I deserve my life. Working so hard every day and every night. Oh my God, it feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so right.
Where you can find me with the pretty women. We in the best cars. They all dimes, now one of them got stretch marks. They all hype girls, they all nice girls. They all tight girls, hell they all white girls. With educations on them and pretty faces on them. And here's the kicker, TJ ain't got to pay to bone them. Wish I could clone them, they love me for the shit I shown them. The way I ride them, you swear I need to dip and chrome them. So many episodes, they know the sex is woke. 20 in the front and 20 minutes for the other whole. 15 seminars, helicopters, helicards. I dare a nigga to try to write him some better bars. And I ain't saying names, and I ain't playing games. And I ain't Lil Wayne, but man, I can make it rain. And I don't drizzle, I got a big old pistol. In fact, my pistol is bigger than North Korea's missile. TJ be styling in Miami, where he wildin'. $15 million on a house out on the island, cause
working so hard every day and every night. Oh my God, it feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so right. And I deserve my life. Working so hard every day and every night. Oh my God, it feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so right. And it's my time to put my heart in every bit of my grind. I came this far and yet I'm still in my prime. It's my party, so get used to my shine. Pour the wine, it's my time to put my heart in every bit of my grind. I came this far and yet I'm still in my prime. It's my party, so get used to my shine. Pour the wine.
So much love in my heart, you can hear my sound. I'm like Obama, I'm about to spread the wealth around. Did I mention my yacht that I keep on the dock? Behind a house on a $30 million lot. Did I mention my pops? Didn't think I forgot. Died in August and of course I'm gonna miss him a lot. That's just part of the cycle, I know I'm a disciple. They could search but ain't gonna find another father like you. But I'm smiling a lot, only problem I got is all these girls that want TJ to take his condoms out. They know we packing too, they know the Jackson rule. If you got no career, you must have gonorrhea. And I don't play that, you better lay back. I work too hard to stack my paper, you can't take that. I'm such a winner, I took over the dinner. And any woman that I'm with gon' be a woman that I hit. What up, Tom? Just bring the car to the front, call the pilot, spark the jet, we off to Milan for a month. Come on.
Working so hard every day and every night. Oh my God, it feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so right. And I deserve my life. Working so hard every day and every night. Oh my God, it feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so right. And it's my time to put my heart in every bit of my grind. I came this far and yet I'm still in my prime. It's my party, so get used to my shine. Pour the wine, it's my time to put my heart in every bit of my grind. I came this far and yet I'm still in my prime. It's my party, so get used to my shine. Pour the wine.
Tijuana Jackson still in the building, you know what I'm saying? Releasing all patterns of consciousness that do not serve my greater good. You know, plenty of sex, plenty of sex, plenty of sex. That was a subliminal message for all the females that might be listening to this here affirmation music. Tijuana Jackson once again, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving the building. I just wanted to leave a holler. I gotta jump on this helo pad and get off to my next appointment. You know what I'm saying? Alright.
Tijuana Jackson. Yeah, that's right. Ex-convict turned motivational speaker. Yeah. PrisonLogic.tv. You gotta stop giving compliments and start getting laid. Get up on your confidence and spit that fucking game. You G's don't make no promises, but we gon' make that change. And can't nobody stop you when it's time to take your lane. You just take your lane, take your lane, take your lane, take your lane. Take your lane, take your lane, take your lane, take your lane. scrounging behind them fast food counters. Dreamers and hopers looking for change, but you can't get focused. Families and lovers live life for the day, but at night you pray for the come up. Put your ones up, time to construct. Black Buffett, funds up. Let's grind till the sun's up. Coming from behind like a nunchuck. That'll leave a nigga lumped up. One time for the dumb fucks. We gon' blow that dough. Then we gon' blow that dough. Hater wanna doubt on the vision. Hell, we gon' show that hoe. Now they all in my business. I don't know that hoe. And they all want pictures. That's what they run around with the Kodak for. Tijuana on a mission. I'm the street rendition. Oprah show. Hoes blow me kisses. Bitches XOXO. And it don't stop now. Not till all of y'all motivated. Shit's going down, but your revenue is elevated. And it don't stop now. Not till all of y'all motivated. It's going down, but we bout to take this elevator. Stop giving compliments and start getting laid. Get up on your confidence and spit that fucking game. Big G don't make no promises, but we gon' make that change. And can't nobody stop you when it's time to take your lane. You just take your lane, 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 take your lane. Tell your goons, your homies, your partners and pussy poppers, the game changes. Now that you fucking with Tijuana, now they say that we hopeless. I just play that we focus, cause I'm about to make you famous. Most dangerous life coach in the hood. Fuck Tony Robbins, nigga, I'm shook. And I speak the same language as gangbangers and crooks. And I ate them spam sandwiches, having nothing to cook. And I ain't no damn amateur, homie, I wrote the book. And I won't stop now, got a whole crowd, gotta get mine, got a headline, gotta go hard, gotta thank God. Microphone check, Republic, proud. Gotta give a nigga credit, charge, niggas gon' cut to me, stars. Can you hear me now? Bars, I'm so out of this world, Bruno Mars. Yeah, ain't no telling where the fuck my flow go. I do it one time like Popo. Tijuana Kung Fu, no dojo. Niggas got love, no homo. I pull more models in Soho. Act like you know and get these dolos in your polo. Giving compliments and start getting laid. Get up on your confidence and spit that fucking game. Big G don't make no promises, but we gon' make that change. And can't nobody stop it when it's time to take your lane. You just
Somebody say something in the comments and you can hear me talking right now.
take your lane, take your lane, take your lane, take your lane.
Hear what a nigga's saying, let me know in the comments.
Take your lane, throw your hands in the sky. I tell you that you can if you want it. You can if you want it. Just throw your hands in the sky. I
Why
tell
you
you
here?
that you can if you want it. You can if you want it. Just throw your hands in the sky.
Put your
I tell
hands
you that
up.
you can
Put
if you
your
want it.
hands up.
You can
Put
if you
your
want it.
hands up.
Just throw your hands in the sky.
Yeah.
I tell you that you can if you want it. You can
Put
if you
your
want it.
hands
You
up.
gotta stop giving compliments and start getting laid. Get up on your confidence and spit that fucking game. Big G don't make no promises, but we gon' make that change. And can't nobody stop you when it's time to take your lane. You just take your lane, 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 take your lane.
Anybody out there hearing me? One, two. What up to my peoples? 1, 2, 1, 2. Tijuana Jackson, life coach with a goon hand. One, two, Tijuana Jackson. What's up? Can y'all hear me? 1, 2, can y'all hear, nigga? Is my vocals coming through? 1, 2, that's what I said. So I guess you can hear me. That's more chronic. You know what I mean? Hey, Let me know real quick if y'all are hearing me, because look, I'm making this one right here specifically for my Patreon followers. 5 to the people, 3 to 4. I'm back. What's up, Coffee Money? What up, Marquise Vaughn? Gonna give a holler out to Mo Chronic Fundamentals. We got a nigga. We got a nigga in the chat. Y'all, a lot of y'all might know him. His name is Tanny Glover, aka Childish Tambino. Get that nigga a holler. We got Rocky Baines in this bitch. Look, Tijuana Jackson, life coach with a goon hand, keeping it 100. This one right here specifically for the motherfuckers on my Patreon. I got some real supportive folk that follow me for my content. And what I want to talk to them about was I've been doing a course. The course is fire. The course is titled 5 Ways to Win and Lose in This America. And what I do is I break down the game that they don't give you. And I break it down in a very specific way. I start off the course with the 5 ways in which we lose in America, ranging everything from what's called the studying of economics to the sharecroppers deal, misguided politics, poor financial management. I'm the other one slipping my mind at the moment. But then what I do is, actually I can give you because I got it right here in front of me. I explain binary thinking is another thing that I explain. The lack of community. So these 5 reasons for why we lose, and I broke each one of them down, and I started getting real excited about how niggas was responding to the course. And so y'all sometimes be on my YouTube channel, my Instagram, you might see I post like a little snippet. Well, then we completed the first half of the course, 5 ways in which you can lose in the United States of America. I broke that shit down. After I did that, I had a problem. In the last module of the first half of the course, the 5 ways in which you lose in this America, I was unable to make the deadline. Why? Because when I got the edited version back and I looked at it, I realized that it wasn't as deep as I wanted to go. So I then recorded an additional video and blended it with the existing video to make a much longer 20-something minute video for that particular module of the course. In case you don't know, the course is like a few hours long, but it's broken down into 10, 20-minute videos. But then I got another edit for the module that's due tomorrow. And the module that's due tomorrow is 2 modules due tomorrow. It's the intro to the second half of the course, 5 ways to win in this America. And what happened was, when I looked at the edit for the intro and reason and solution number 5, something was missing. And it clicked, because solution number 5 is specifically about economics. Solution number 4 is about the sharecroppers deal. And I realized when I was doing economics, what was missing was historical context. I failed to provide an adequate amount of historical context. So what I decided to do was to rewrite some of it and re-record some of it to make a more in-depth video. And as I started looking into solution number 4, which is the sharecroppers deal, which I explained in the first part of the course, how we agreed to the sharecroppers deal, which is an extremely limiting way to earn revenue. Don't get me wrong, it's important to work hard, but it's also important to understand that if you work hard, your money has to work hard for you. And I equate the sharecroppers deal, which is basically the sharecroppers deal that was given to the so-called freed slaves of the late 1800s, and equate that to a modern day form of enslavement, economic enslavement. So now when I came back to address the solution to that mentality, I realized once again I was missing historical context. I'll give you a quick example because a lot of y'all might not know what the fucking nigga talking about. When I talk about the sharecroppers deal, I'm talking about the fact that after the slaves were free, they were just basically psychologically broken and financially strapped because they had absolutely nothing. They were just allowed to walk off a plantation. They wasn't given anything. And the government at one point did say that we have to give them some sort of reparations, but that didn't happen. So what ended up happening was a lot of the slave masters came back, to the slaves and told them, hey, to the freed slaves and said, hey, look, I tell y'all niggas what. Man, I help you get some. Since the government ain't coming through on these reparations, I can't give you 40 acres and no mule, but I can give you 20 acres. I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. I'm going to give you this land. You can live on it, and you can plant shit on it. And all you got to do is give me 50% of whatever you make off the crops. So the slave was like, that sounds like the deal to me. And in the end, you're going to get to pay off the land, and the lease on the land, you're going to get to own the land. So the slave said, that sounds like a deal. So he moved his family on this bitch, and he get to get in this little seeds and say he gonna put some eggplant in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then the slave man said, whoa, what you doing, nigga? He said, I'm planting my crops. He go, no, you only get to plant cotton and tobacco in this bitch. You can't plant no food on this motherfucker, or the deal is off. So the slave like, well, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? How the fucking nigga supposed to eat? And the slave master told him, he said, hey, look, real talk, I got other niggas that plant food all day. It's good food too, so you can buy that shit off me. And by the time the slave master had given up 50% for his crops, he had paid what he owed on the land and bought food for his family from his slave master. But by the time the slave had done all those things, he was making less than the slaves was making. So this nigga was basically locked into what's called the sharecroppers deal. Now, I've had people ask me about this. If you want, you can look up freed slave sharecroppers deal. Don't search for it on Google. Search for it on on a more what's the word that I'm looking for? On a less manipulated search engine. Or what you can also do is you can look for a book titled Renaming Slavery by a nigga named Robert Hubbard or some shit like that. But anyway, that book right there really breaks down the whole process. So what I'm getting at is I started realizing that there's this standard in this sharecroppers deal that we are all held to. And historical context would be, I remembered that there's this Puritan standard that we are upheld to in this country, which is how we justify the sharecroppers deal. I'm going to show you how. But basically, back in the 1830s, I mean back in like the 1530s, something like that, back when you had the Roman Catholic Church, there's this nigga who was real gangster with it. I think his name was Henry something the 8th. But the nigga basically straight up went buck wild and decided he was like, fuck the Pope, I'm doing my own shit. And so he then decided that he was going to separate from the rule of the Roman Catholic Church. He seized that shit and renamed it so to some other shit. And then at that church, he renamed it the Church of England. But the problem with the Church of England is that a lot of niggas felt like that was in the church felt like they were still upholding a lot of the Roman Catholic shit. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, you know what? We got to separate ourselves from this. This ain't right, because even though it's now considered the Church of England, it's still doing a lot of the Roman Catholic practices. So they separated themselves and said, we're going to follow the Bible to the T. And they ended up being named Puritans. Now, they didn't choose that name. Puritans was actually a derogatory name that was given to these motherfuckers because of the fact that they was trying so hard to live by the word of the Bible, the biblical word. People made fun of them. It was a name to mock their ass. They even called them, there was another name they called them. It was called them precisionists. But the point is that in their being precisionists, they were also mocked because of the fact that they were holding people to these extreme standards set by what the Bible demanded, but at the same fucking time, they was contradicting themselves, because what they said was they wasn't as pure as they were judgmental. You understand it? Very similar to what we experience now. But over time, another sector decided that they wanted to separate from the Puritans. And they created their own shit, and because that's a bold move to make back in the 1600s. So them motherfuckers fled to Holland in like 1608. And when they got to Holland, shortly thereafter, they moved on to what we now call Plymouth Rock. Heard me? And then 10 years later, some more motherfuckers showed up in Massachusetts Bay, and before you know it, you had like 8, 9 sectors of these motherfucking Puritans, you know what I'm saying, claiming stake in this bitch and killing Native Americans and shit. But my point is, I didn't include that in the course. And I realized that I needed to. And I realized I needed to include it in every module. So I'm asking my Patreon followers to give me another week. I don't want to deliver nothing on this week. I actually want to resume on the following week, the following Thursday. Because from that point forward, nigga, it's heat. And it's quizzes attached to that shit and everything. It's gotten more ambitious. And it's just basically, I got excited with seeing how people were responding to the course, how people were receiving the information, and I wanted to go deeper with it. And anyway, the correlation to the Puritans is the concept that we have now where we so readily accept the deals that we make is because part of the Puritan practice was the harder that you work, the more you comply, the more likely you were to make it to heaven. And so these same Puritan practices that no church or no man has ever really successfully carried out. Niggas assume just because they master the text that they can master the lifestyle, bars, but you can't. No man, no church has ever proven so. We still uphold that today. That's how we justify this. It's a lot of people believing that somehow or the other, that by slaving for someone else, in which you hold no ownership, no equity, somehow or the other, it earns you favor. If you are being educated in the process, yes, it can earn you favor, but without education, you're more than likely a disposable employee in the 80-90 percentile of the workforce, because what you contribute to the workforce is replicable by someone that lives in a country that charges less for wages, replicable by a computer, by a robot. You're not being taught how to make yourself indispensable. Heard me? And so that's a big part of what this course is. People saying my volume low, so I'm gonna pump it up a little bit. Can y'all hear me better now? Can y'all hear a nigga better now? Let me know if you can hear me better. I'm inching it up. Did I go too far? Y'all got this shit? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear a nigga? 1, 2 with it. Volume still low? That crazy bitch Aries. Hey, can you hear me? Am I loud enough? Shit blaring over here. It's better. I can turn it up more. Can y'all hear me now? Yes, sir. Okay. So basically what I was explaining about the Puritan, how the Puritans came to America, how they originated, separating themselves from the Church of England, and then eventually bringing themselves to becoming a completely different group altogether, mocked and named the Puritans, eventually then moved to Holland and eventually made their way to what we now know as Plymouth Rock, and then eventually spread to landed in Massachusetts Bay and spread throughout much of the United States of America. The sad thing is that these practices, someone said turn it down a tad. Okay, the sad thing is now that these practices have now infiltrated American culture and remain how people justify much of the practices that we experience today. What is my name? My name is Tijuana Jackson, life coach with a goon hand and a nigga never lie. Listen, my Patreon members pay a certain amount of money to receive content from me on a weekly basis. What I am saying is I'm asking for permission to skip this week because I want to provide you with more in-depth content. And I want to make some adjustments to what my editors have provided me so that we get this course off on the right path. Some of these courses have taken on a whole new meaning, some of the modules in the course, because of how in-depth I've gone with my historical context. Make your ass over to Patreon and let me know that it's okay. And another thing that I want to say is, as a result of the inconvenience, every single one of y'all gonna get what's called the Tijuana Jackson. Gonna get a Tijuana Jackson face mask for free. I'm gonna put that shit in your inbox before the night is over. You check your inbox, you will have received a discount code to receive a free Tijuana Jackson face mask. I don't know if you ain't seen them, let me grab one. If y'all ain't seen this shit, y'all really missing out. This how it come. It come packaged like this here. Let me take this shit out, show niggas what it really is. Someone say, sound like I got to shorten my cord. Oh, Lord, it's always something in this bitch. Oh, it's popping now. I think I done turned the shit up too loud. Fundamentals of side hustling and contributed $5 to nigga shit, $4.99 on this bitch. How that sound? I want to stop and acknowledge I also want to comment on Hip Hop Junkie. I want to thank Hip Hop Junkie for allowing me to sustain. How's it sounding? Y'all getting any more crackers and pops? Every single member on my fucking Patreon getting one of these for free. Every single member. And I want to acknowledge my nigga Fundamentals of Side Hustling. Y'all see him at the top in the green for contributing $5 to a nigga, putting $5 on a nigga books. Your contribution is extremely appreciated. It only helps to build this content. It only helps to build this channel. I'm telling y'all what, man. If you think I'm fucking around, go through my YouTube channel and just look at the snippets that I've been dropping from my fucking course, 5 Ways to Win and Lose in This America. Nigga, I'm changing lives. Someone said, explain what the face mask look like for the blind. Well, nigga, the face mask look like a face mask with a face that you ain't never seen on it. And it got TijuanaJackson.com on the bottom of the face. That's what the fuck it looked like. Hope you happy with that one, Butterscotch. Now, moving right along. Can y'all hear me okay? Is my sound better? I gotta shorten my cord. Nigga ain't got no short in this cord. Ain't no short in my fucking cord. Shit. Y'all hear me now? How's it sound now? Yo, Richard, can you hear, nigga? It ain't better. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, big homie. Yo, I'm saying it right now. Mr. Timothy Fenner. Mr. Timothy Fenner put $5 on a nigga books. I want to acknowledge that nigga. I also want to acknowledge Alexandria Wilton Sturgeon. Just put $5 on a nigga Patreon. Timothy Fenner just put $5 on a nigga books. Y'all acknowledge that nigga. Give that nigga some love. Very appreciated, family. So there's a short in the cord, y'all saying. I wonder if it got anything to do with the cord at all. I got an idea. Sound better, don't it? Just keep going. It's manageable. That don't sound better? Yo, let's acknowledge Son of Ra. Let's acknowledge Son of Ra. The nigga just put $10 on Tijuana Jackson's books. That's a big deal. He ain't even, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Son of Ra. Acknowledge Son of Ra. Everybody put up some flames for these people. I want y'all to put up some flames for COVID Goon. Put up some flames for COVID Goon. The nigga put $5 on the nigga books. Put up some more flames. Hey, look, if you ain't comfortable contributing on Facebook, it's a link. It's called contribute to TJ.com. If you contributed that motherfucker, it'll show up on the screen too. Please acknowledge Son of Ra. Please acknowledge Son of Ra. Please acknowledge COVID Goon. This nigga say he a COVID Goon. This shit scaring me. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Put up some flames, man. Put up some flames to acknowledge Son of Ra. Put up some flames to acknowledge COVID Goon. Put up some flames to acknowledge these folks, y'all. Yeah. So look, I'm not sounding no better. I know what it is. Keep it 100. I know exactly what it is. It's the digital card is having a problem transforming this digital data through this computer. Shout out to all the contributors. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the people who just ran over and joined my Patreon as well. But I got more. There's another reason that I'm unable to do this shit. I got a newborn in the house. This nigga got an attitude. This motherfucker in his crib talking about bitch better have my titty. So I went and made him a little onesie with it on there. Bitch better have my titty. My lady ain't take kindly to that shit. So me and my old lady had a little strife. Then that took time. That's cutting into my work schedule. There's more to it. Nigga in Hollywood now. They want me to come to set tomorrow at 6:30. I was scheduled to show up at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Last minute, they decided to change it to 6:30 in the morning. Half-hour drive away. That means nigga got to get up at 5. Nigga got to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's if they want a nigga breath to smell good when he get to that bitch. Now niggas are saying I got a delay. It don't matter. The shit over anyway. Tijuana Jackson, life coach with a goon hand. I appreciate y'all. Real talk. I appreciate y'all. That's what's up. Nigga, appreciate y'all. Real talk. Appreciate the shit out of y'all. I'm getting some love on my Patreon though. Let's see what we got. We got my nigga, Hip Hop Junkie. He said it's okay. I can wait another week. Continue to show the world your greatness, brother. I appreciate the support. Alessandria Wilson Sturgeon. I appreciate your support too. That's what's up. So look, man. If y'all ain't seen a nigga movie, go see a nigga movie. All right. Everybody on my fucking platform, everybody on my Patreon getting a free mask. If you blind and you don't know what the mask look like, you don't know what I look like. So it don't matter if I describe it to you or not. Let's move on. Now I got all kind of shit up in here. Damn, this shit liver than I thought. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Tijuana Jackson, life coach with a goon hand. The course will resume next week. I'm about to put my foot in that bitch. Y'all have a blessed one.